Dear listeners, welcome to History with Herodotus, where the threads of time are woven into a rich tapestry of human experience. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey to unravel the mysteries of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, a tale that has captivated historians and imagination for centuries. As we delve into this enigmatic chapter of American history, let us first set the stage by exploring the precursors and origins of this ill-fated settlement. In the late 16th century, the New World was a realm of untold wonders and unbridled opportunities. The year was 1584, and Queen Elizabeth I, that most astute and adventurous of monarchs, had granted a charter to Sir Walter Raleigh, a charismatic and visionary English explorer, to establish a colony in North America. This endeavor was not merely a quest for territorial expansion, but also a strategic move to counter the growing influence of Spain in the New World. Raleigh's vision was fueled by the prospect of discovering new trade routes, exploiting the region's natural resources, and spreading English culture. As we transport ourselves to the sun-kissed coast of present-day North Carolina, we find ourselves in the midst of a lush and vibrant landscape. The Outer Banks, a chain of barrier islands, stretch along the coastline like a fragile necklace, shielding the mainland from the fury of the Atlantic Ocean. It was here, on the northernmost island of Roanoke, that Sir Walter Raleigh's plans for a permanent settlement would take shape. On August 17, 1585, an expedition led by Sir Richard Grenville, Raleigh's cousin and a seasoned navigator, set sail from Plymouth, England, bound for the New World. The fleet consisted of 7 ships, including the flagship Tiger, which carried a crew of over 600 men, women, and children. After a grueling transatlantic journey, they arrived on August 26 at Walcone Island, near present-day Ocracoke Island. The early encounters between the English and the native populations were marked by a mix of curiosity and caution. The Algonquian-speaking Croatan tribe, who inhabited the region, were initially friendly and welcoming. However, as the English began to establish their presence, tensions arose over issues such as trade, territory, and cultural differences. In April 1586, Sir Richard Grenville returned to England, leaving behind a small contingent of men, led by Ralph Lane, to secure the island and prepare for the arrival of more settlers. It was during this period that the English began to explore the surrounding region, establishing trade relationships with the native tribes and mapping the coastline. As we reflect on these pivotal events, we find ourselves at the threshold of a new era in the history of the Lost Colony of Roanoke. The stage is set for a complex interplay of cultures, interests, and ambitions. Sir Walter Raleigh's plans were ambitious, involving the establishment of a permanent settlement, which would serve as a base for further exploration and trade. He envisioned a thriving colony, with its own system of governance, economy, and social structures. The challenges posed by the unforgiving environment, combined with the complexities of navigating native alliances, would soon test the resolve and ingenuity of these early colonists. The English faced numerous obstacles, including disease, harsh weather conditions, and the difficulties of adapting to an unfamiliar landscape. Despite these challenges, they persevered, driven by their determination to establish a foothold in the New World. As we conclude our examination of the earliest history of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, we find ourselves poised on the brink of a new chapter in this fascinating tale. The seeds of colonization have been sown, and the stage is set for a dramatic unfolding of events that would forever alter the course of American history. Join me next as we explore the primary events and experiences of this enigmatic colony, a period marked by both promise and peril, where the destinies of cultures collided in a dance of discovery and tragedy. Dear listeners, welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the captivating tale of the Lost Colony of Roanoke. It was in 1587 that John White, an artist and cartographer, led a group of about 150 settlers, including women and children, to Roanoke Island. This expedition was designed to establish a permanent settlement, which would serve as a base for further exploration and trade. The colonists arrived on July 22, 1587, and quickly set about constructing fortifications and buildings. Among the settlers were John White's daughter, Eleanor Dare, and her husband, Ananias, who would soon give birth to a baby girl named Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the New World. As the colonists began to establish their presence on Roanoke Island, they encountered numerous challenges. The local Algonquian-speaking Croatan tribe, while initially friendly, grew increasingly wary of the English presence. Tensions arose over issues such as trade, territory, and cultural differences, which would eventually lead to conflict. Despite these obstacles, the colonists persevered, driven by their determination to create a thriving settlement. One of the most significant events during this period was the arrival of Manteo, a Croatan Indian, who had traveled to England with Sir Walter Raleigh's expeditions. Manteo played a crucial role in facilitating communication between the English and the native tribes, serving as an interpreter and ambassador. His presence helped to ease tensions and facilitated trade relationships between the colonists and the local populations. As we explore this fascinating period in the history of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, we find ourselves immersed in a world of wonder and discovery. The colonists encountered an array of exotic plants and animals, which they carefully documented and illustrated. John White's watercolors of the local flora and fauna provide a unique glimpse into the natural world of 16th-century North America. Despite the many challenges they faced, the colonists made significant progress in establishing their settlement. They constructed homes, fortifications, and other buildings, using local materials such as wood and thatch. The colony's governor, John White, worked tirelessly to maintain relations with the native tribes, while also overseeing the development of the settlement. However, as the months passed, the colonists began to face increasing difficulties. Supplies from England were scarce, and the colony struggled to become self-sufficient. The harsh winter of 1587 to 1588 took its toll on the settlers, who suffered from disease, hunger, and exposure. It was during this period that John White decided to return to England to secure additional supplies and support for the struggling colony. As we reflect on these pivotal events, we find ourselves at the threshold of a new era in the history of the Lost Colony of Roanoke. The stage is set for a dramatic unfolding of events that would forever alter the course of American history. The destinies of cultures collided in a dance of discovery and tragedy, as the English and native populations navigated their complex relationships. Join me next as we explore the final chapter in the tale of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, a period marked by mystery, loss, and the enduring legacy of this enigmatic settlement. Dear listeners, welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we conclude our journey through the captivating tale of the Lost Colony of Roanoke. As we previously discussed, John White returned to England in 1587 to secure additional supplies and support for the struggling colony. However, his journey was delayed due to the English naval war against Spain, and he did not arrive back in Roanoke until August 1590, 3 years after his departure. Upon his arrival, he found that the colony had vanished, leaving behind only a few clues as to their fate. The word Croatoan was carved into a tree, suggesting that the colonists may have moved to the nearby island of Croatoan, now known as Hatteras Island. The disappearance of the colony sparked a series of searches and speculations about their fate. John White himself led several expeditions to find the missing settlers, but they were ultimately unsuccessful. Theories abounded, ranging from a massacre by Native American tribes to a catastrophic natural disaster. Despite numerous attempts to uncover the truth, the fate of the lost colony remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. As we reflect on the legacy of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, it becomes clear that their story has had a profound impact on the course of American history. The colony's disappearance marked the end of England's first attempt to establish a permanent settlement in North America, but it also paved the way for future English colonization efforts. The legend of the Lost Colony has endured for centuries, captivating the imagination of historians, writers, and artists. In recent years, archaeologists have made significant discoveries that shed new light on the fate of the colony. Excavations at the Fort Raleigh National Historic Site have uncovered evidence of the colonists' presence, including artifacts such as pottery, tools, and even a few remnants of the fort itself. While these findings do not provide definitive answers about the colony's disappearance, they offer a glimpse into the daily lives of the settlers and their interactions with the native populations. As we conclude our journey through the tale of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, we are reminded that history is often marked by mystery and uncertainty. The story of this ill-fated settlement serves as a testament to the power of human resilience and the enduring fascination of the unknown. As the English historian and philosopher George Santayana once said, "Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it." The legacy of the Lost Colony of Roanoke continues to captivate us today, offering valuable lessons about the complexities of colonization, cultural exchange, and the human experience. Join me next as we explore new historical topics and themes, delving into the intricacies of the past and uncovering the secrets that shape our understanding of the world. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.